Whoa!
Hello. Hello.
Good morning once more, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all. Well, maybe not. This channel doesn't really apply here.
Your child, get out of here.
Yeah. You have not been chosen to attend. Yeah. So, but anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. Welcome back to the Coke Run Podcast. My name is AJ, joined along, of course, by my co-host, Miss Megmon.
Hello. Hey, I'm a co-host today.
Well, I didn't want to run. I didn't want to run the. I didn't want to run the joke two episodes in a row. You know, gotta keep you guessing.
Yolk in the corner.
The yoke between the worlds. Yeah, you know, gotta keep you guessing on what way I'm gonna go with things, but yeah, so we're here with Digimon Seekers, Chapter 1, Part 5, and holy crap, we're 5 parts into this. I think we've 3 left.
I can't wait till it goes till
To weekly?
weekly. I really can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I like. So there's. What did we say? It was gonna be
Well, the 10th.
the
Right?
10th, yeah, and then it goes weekly after that. So chapter 1 should finish on the 10th, and then chapter 2 is from the 17th?
I'm not sure.
Or is it all of chapter 1 is this week up to Sunday, and then the 10th is chapter 2?
I really don't know.
Because I would prefer it to be just chapter 1 finishes on the 10th and give us a week's break before we go into chapter 2.
Give us a week to get rid of this bloody construction, and then
Yeah.
we can just record like normal people instead of recording at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wouldn't it be nice? So a lot happened today.
Yeah,
We had a whole change of scenery. We went to the beach.
Yeah,
And
not a nice beach.
no,
I
rust
vaguely
and
remember
blood and
sewage and
yeah. Well, we went to the beach. We met new characters. Espimon was there.
more than one Espimon.
Yeah, it was like that thing in the trailer where the 4 of them were like, "Oh no, the Digi-police," and they all go invisible.
They
So
die vanish.
die vanish.
Die vanish.
Yeah.
I thought that was a sound effect in the adapter.
Yeah, no, it is their attack. Well, I say attack, skill.
Yeah,
Talent.
I thought the machine translation was trying to say something like whoosh or something.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
you know, like.
But Espimon has 2 skills: Mott Bomb and Die Banishu, which Die Vanish. Sorry. I love saying it the other way because I keep reading it as Die Banshee, and I'm just like, wait, no, that's not how that works.
It also kind of sounds like I banish you. So
yeah.
And they flick out of existence, so that works too.
No, yeah, I think that's where my brain goes as well. It's like, ooh. But yeah, it was quite fun. Like AG is not in this part at all. Like we've a total scene and tone and location change.
Yeah.
After how giddy and goofy kind of part 1-4 was. This is a lot more gritty and serious, and
this is the cop drama.
Yeah, and I think the Espimon
drama,
I think the Espimon just die.
Yeah.
They just get murderized.
Yeah, I think so. By what's it called?
Mechanorimon. Yeah. Then we
not very sure what that looks like. Or am I?
Yeah, it's the thing Genai piloted when getting away from Piemon. He reached in and pulled a Bakemon out and out, and then dove in himself and piloted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
So it's there's more lore. We learned about Digitama.
Yeah.
And how Digimon have no gender.
They have souls.
They have, yeah. So yeah, so it starts off. It tells us like that there are two major ways to obtain Digimon in the digital world. One is to capture Digimon by making full use of tools, and then the other is to collect Digimon eggs.
Either way, it's to steal them.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it talks about like it's accepted that Digimon do not have a gender. They are neither male or female. Um, and but it's a mystery how they're born. So basically, when a Digimon dies and it reformats and it becomes a Digitama, its soul lives on or gives birth to new life. And
it will be interesting later on if AG like refers to Lugumon gender.
Yeah, but I mean, the characters tend to. I've never, and I'm open to correction, but I don't believe we have a character who refers to their partner with a they them pronoun, because it's always
Yeah,
like
a lot of them just
where
say their name a lot
eh,
rather than a pronoun.
yeah, but like you'll generally get like, where's Telmon? Oh, she's over there.
Yeah.
Where's Agumon? Oh, he's over there.
I feel like they go, where's Agumon? Oh, Agumon's over there.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, it's probably both, but
Hmm.
it's generally they generally do get attached to the pronouns of how they present.
Hmm.
You know,
How they sound.
well, that too. But I
Yeah.
mean, then you look at something like Angemon and Angel Woman. It's like, oh, he's really pretty. Oh, she's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not saying that, but
And also, when you look at the two of them, don't have gender. I'm
well,
sorry, they have
they have sex.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, gender is a spectrum.
I know, but you know what I
I
mean.
know, I get what you're saying. Like they have these attributes that would be traditionally associated. Um, but I think it's more that like, yeah,
Nobody is looking at Andrew Woolman initially and counting that as no gender or male or
yeah, a lot
female.
of the humanized or the anthropomorphized
Yeah, and the
Digimon.
fact that they're Angemon and
Woman,
Angemon is
yeah,
in their
the
name, like
war is in the yeah.
yeah,
It's not
because they could just both be called Angemon.
yeah, and then you
And
have Lady Devimon.
yeah,
You
so
know,
they
so they're
they
definitely
claim they have no gender and then put gender on them.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're built with gender ideology in mind,
yeah,
but the Digimon themselves don't claim a gender.
yeah.
Unless you're Anjouamon and Lady Devimon, who have a traditional "oh, I hate her"
Yeah.
relationship, and then just beat the tar out of each other all the time.
Or make out. Sure,
That has never happened.
it has.
Your dreams don't count.
Sure, they do. Fan fiction is real. Fan art is real, right?
We're off to the races on this one, aren't we?
That's what happens when you record at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Don't blame the
I
time.
will.
Anyway, so we move on, and night is not yet over. Dusk and twilight are forever and ever. I don't think that's what that line is supposed to say, but I think it's anyway.
I think it's meant to be what looks like the sky. I think it's trying to say like the stars stretch on forever, like the
Yeah.
sky goes on forever. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I would agree. But so we're back in the sea of networks, and there's shooting stars, which are just streams of information, which I think is a really cool idea. That like a comet is just an information package traveling.
yeah.
I really like that idea. And then the networked world is brilliant and beautiful. But then rusty iron rains down, and the wind smells of blood. I was like, oh, this beach is awful. Sewage with its pungent smell of chemicals bubbles up before being swept away. But this isn't a drainage ditch. It's more like a blockaded city where mineral poisons flow. Yeah, so it goes on a bit like, I don't even think we're at the beach yet. I think this is just another part of like a city or something.
It's a garbage town with a nasty red iron beach next to it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So we do get to the beach eventually. So we're like, yeah, we're explaining this like literal trash town. Um, and then like somebody is wondering why is there a flow in the digital world, like the flow of time or natural phenomenon, like the flow of
Mm.
matter, and like why does this parallel computer world have rain and
Yeah.
wind and elements like that?
Because the internet says that we have it and that became data and became a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
would
why.
that would basically be it. Yeah,
Nice and simple.
nice and simple, but you're not they're trying to hit a word count here.
Mm.
um, why is there a mountain of garbage obviously brought about by life in society? And then they kind of address it. They're like they do say like that according to one theory, network contact with the real world has brought about such diversity and the circulation of data. So the
Mm.
digital world is adapting to what it picks up from connecting with the human world. And that's,
Mm.
and it equates it to Europeans bringing pathogens to new countries and destroying the local empires, which I think
Mm.
is okay, yeah, that has happened in history. We have documentation of that, but also a bit of a hilarious like comparison to make.
Mm.
Um,
I like the next bit because it reminds me of War of the Worlds. It's not exactly that because it's bacterium attached to a spacecraft.
yeah, like the Venom symbiote.
Mm. But what it reminds me of is, War of the Worlds, the way we defeat them is the flu.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've never encountered human bacteria before. They ate a load of us and got the flu and died.
yeah. It's also like signs where they were just allergic to water.
Yeah.
Everyone turn on your taps and the alien invasion.
Mm.
Um,
Throw a cup of water at them.
throw a cup of water at him and watch him melt like the Witch of the West. Um, but so it goes on to be like, the contact between mankind and the digital world has changed the digital world and the creatures in it, and we don't quite know yet if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But that's not the police. That's not okay. So weird line here,
Mm.
and I think it's within the context of what we've just asked.
Yeah.
Is the interaction between the two worlds good or bad? But the line reads as such. I can already see, sir. I can already see a lot of people, you know, having feelings on how this line comes across
Mm.
because it's so separate from everything else. Like it's there's a line break, and it's like it is not the job of the police to determine right from wrong. Now, if you've been on Twitter in the last 5 years,
Mm.
there is a warranted dislike, shall we say, of
Mm.
law enforcement. And I can see a lot of people taking that line and running with it for
Yeah.
memes
Out of
and
context, yes.
yeah.
But when you put all those paragraphs behind it,
Oh yeah, it's not the it's so yeah,
it
it's
has
not
the
the job
context.
of yeah, it's not the job of the police to determine whether the interactions between the worlds are good and bad.
Mm.
Good or bad. And that's what it's saying, but because the line is just on its own, I can already see people going, "Oh, well, of course not, because ACAB."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that disparagingly, I picked up on it, I laughed. Probably shouldn't have, I don't know. But
Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like some people might kind of go, "Oh, Digimon says ACAB," and I'm like, "No,
yes.
no, it doesn't."
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's yeah, that is kind of where my mind went with it as well.
mm.
So you got to keep this is why context is always important.
Yeah,
Um but I mean true, but not in the statement is true, but Digimon is not saying it.
yeah,
Because well, Han doesn't have the that we're aware of
mm.
doesn't really have the same issues that the Western world does with its enforcement.
If it does, it hasn't made.
No,
Well, no, I don't trust that either, but
no.
Anyway.
Anyway,
We don't want to get too deep into this.
no,
It'll
no,
turn
no.
into a whole other podcast.
That is, yeah, that is a topic for another day. But anyway, so we're now, where are we? Yeah, so there in this area there are hidden agendas, and a wireframe schematic appears on a heads-up visual monitor or virtual monitor. The last coast. So this is the beach beside this garbage town that we've just been in, and it's a beach of red iron sand, and Digitama Digitama collect in the trash data stream. Oh, sorry, collected in the trash data stream often wash ashore here, and poachers take advantage of that.
So I feel like the description of the town and all that, or the trash city or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I feel like all that trash stream is flowing out of that, and that's why they're talking about the flow of things, and that's where it's coming from, and then it's coming down to eat this beach.
Yeah. So then there's a voice saying, calling to their deputy squad leader. There's a suspicious Digimon in sight. There's a police radio chatter, and red dots of light flash across the map of the estuary area on the monitor. It's an unidentified Digimon. And this is Tamahime. Continue the search. So we're now seeing Satsuki Tamahime.
Yes.
Who, yay, awesome.
Yay.
New characters, always good. So she borrows the eye of her Digimon, which sticks out from the river surface like a periscope.
Now, the way this reads is that she's inside the Numemon.
Yep. She's using it like a submarine.
Yep, it literally says that later.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, it's...
Like, we know from the trailer her Numemon is quite large.
Yeah, so she could be
piloting it.
Mouth?
Yeah.
Because in the trailer, that's why I wanted to rewatch the trailer before we started this. Because I was like, does she come up out of the water on it? But no, she comes out of the flames. Yeah.
Like, everything in this portion of chapter 1 happens in that trailer.
Yeah.
But it's all in the city. There's fire and buildings. There's no beach. There's no sand.
Yeah, they're on top of a building.
They're like on a rooftop. The Espimon.
Yeah. There's no beach. There's yeah, the Numemon just comes out of fire, and
she just rides through the flames like
she's like sitting on its back, but not. She's not holding on to anything.
No, I thought she
her hands are on it somehow.
Like how Scamamon handles.
That's what I was like, does she have handles on it? Or like,
oh yeah,
have they formed out of
the mucus?
Snot? Yeah. I'm sorry, he's made out of snot. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. He's a snot monster that throws poop.
Yeah. How does she deal with the poop?
I don't know. It's a thing in this franchise.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying. Like, so you had.
Don't the gold ones throw
gold poop?
Gold poop, and there's one that throws pink poop.
Well, pink poop is the standard one.
Oh, is it? Okay, so they don't throw.
Like, pink poop is standard poop.
Okay. It's like blood and that. They don't have the right color.
Basically, yeah. You remember, Mimi in 99 catches one and throws it back at them.
Ooh, yeah, that was pink, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then she sort of goes, "Oh God, what did I do?" Ew, 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 ew. But yeah, girls with Numemon is a weird thing in this franchise.
Yeah, because then the girl in next.
Yeah, Lush in Next Order has a plushie Numemon.
She wears it in the mouth, doesn't she?
Well, there are plot reasons for that.
Yeah, but
like she is the Numemon. I know. Lily from Tekken has a Numemon as her partner.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Why?
She's in one of the video games as Redigitize
Yeah.
She's a character in that, and her partner is Numemon. Yeah, so there was kind of speculation as well that like Lush was based on
Mm.
Lily. Um, yeah, it's just something like the franchise does randomly. Cute girl gets Numemon as a partner, or has some sort of Numemon connection. It's
Yeah.
so strange. I get what they're going for. The just
See, with Mimi, it made
like the
sense
things
because
are
they were a
ugly
bunch of
cute.
no, because they were a bunch of creeps when
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
coming after Mimi because they wanted to go on a date with her or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So that
They were attracted to her.
yeah, so that aesthetic worked for the creeps.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when the girls are actually like friends with it, like why is she not riding in on like a dinosaur or some shit? You know?
because she thinks the Numemon is ugly, cute, and
She
probably
even has a
finds it adorable. She has a
she has a
pin on
pin
her
on it. Yeah,
jacket. Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
we're getting off track here.
I just really hate Numemon.
I
And when
know.
we were watching the trailer, he paused it, and its teeth were so scary.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
that I did. I paused the trailer and the frame it landed on. It's just the eyes had rescinded and its eyes were basically just sitting on top of its teeth.
Yeah.
Um yeah. I thought it was funny though.
It's horrifying. But anyway.
But anyway, so Satsuki or Tamahime here is using the Numemon's eyes like a periscope, which I think is just hilarious. Um and
When
then
she turns it, does his eye stalk hurt?
probably not. There's probably no nerve endings.
Like
Um
Waldo.
Snot monster. Everything is malleable. Anyway, so they're searching and they identify Espimon, who's a child level cyborg virus type.
And then they take the piss out of him.
Oh yeah, it's like a tin toy. It's like it's a Digimon with an appearance that is hard to describe and difficult to report. Report.
Yeah.
Um, and then like at a quick glance, it looks like a retro comedy robot from the Showa era. Um, and then it goes on to describe how it looks like an upturned snowman with manipulator arms. So there's four of them in total, and he's like, "Yeah, you've got a code cracker on you. All these four, like, so she's like, I'm gonna take these down. All four of these bots are toast."
A bot is police slang for a Digimon that's automatically controlled by a tool.
Yeah.
So any of AG's Digimon so far would have been referred to as bots,
I guess, yeah. Digimon are all the rage among code crackers these days. Cyborg Digimon are good with tools, and that's a good choice for beginners. Digimon are left in the digital world and left to the AI tools that will help them search for a certain area and capture and collect the data they're looking for, and it's a common code cracker technique. Yeah, so again, we're sort of expounding upon sort of the ongoings of like the cybercrime and things like that. So that's fine.
Like we've heard about code cracking from AG.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing about it from someone who's
on the police side of things.
Yeah, like she's not against it because she technically is one.
She technically is one, yeah.
But she's employed to be one by the police.
And that's
so
yeah. Remember,
like
half illegal.
Half illegal, yeah. But it's like when, there's a really good hacker out there that gets into like something they're really not supposed to, and then the government's like hire them instead.
Well, that's the thing. I was not that specific example, but I was going to say like there are companies out there do hire, white hat hackers and things like that to test their security systems and sort of report where the vulnerabilities are.
Oh yeah, we have a friend like that. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their whole job is to just, well, it was their whole job just to hack into, like, they're given permission to hack into a bank or something and see if they can get in. Or sometimes they have to hack in because surprisingly, people who run banks
aren't very secure.
They're not very secure at all, and they all do that stupid password 123400000, and then they can't get back into it because someone else has hacked them.
For legal reasons, I have to clarify: we are not giving you advice on how to hack into your bank. I just gotta stress that one for legal reasons. We're not saying try password 123. that won't work. I
But to be
hope.
fair, you have to be a good of a hacker to get to where that password is first. So
Yeah, yeah. Joe Schmo probably isn't getting there, or
yeah,
But either way, I have to just
yeah.
in case, cover my ass here. Especially since I work for a security company.
Yeah, but
Anyway, so yeah, so like if this was a real server, the target would be trade secrets and personal information, but Satsuki's kind of like freaked, kind of not concerned, but like very confused as to why they're just on this random beach.
mm,
Like what could they possibly make money from here?
yeah.
And then we hear voices of chatter asking, "How many Digitama did you get?" "Only one so far."
Here for the eggs.
Yeah, the poaching that was mentioned
Yeah,
earlier.
poached eggs.
Yeah, and then it explains it's just eavesdropping, listening in on the code crackers. Grim voice chat conversation. The voices are young, and there's no evidence of a voice changer use. And
Yeah,
even Satsuki's like, "Your chats are just out there. Are you amateurs?" Like she's annoyed that it's being made so simple.
yeah, it's like they're playing a game on the internet, but
But that's what I was gonna say.
that's
It's
what
just
it
like
is.
it's people having a Discord chat and they're just fecking around on on this
Yeah,
beach that nobody
but
like
once we
frequents.
get further into it, it turns out they are high school students.
Mm.
So she's like, your parents are going to hear about this, basically, because you are breaking the law, And they're like,
And on
no,
that,
no, we're not.
there's a great little piece later on where these kids are like, "We're on the internet. What jurisdiction do Japanese police have?" And she's like, "You're Japanese citizens. We are your jurisdiction."
Mm,
And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense because there is
yeah.
that sort of like, well, how do you, like,
The whole how do you police the internet?
yeah,
But if you do something on the internet that breaks a law in your own country,
yeah,
you can still be done for that, even if it's on the internet. Like, that's just, which proves that they're kids because they don't know this shit.
yeah. So I do like that it at least gets addressed
Mm,
because but not even that, like it's not like going on to Twitter and and spouting a bunch of hate speech or
mm.
doing or sharing revenge images and crap like that.
Yeah, but there's laws coming in now for
Oh yeah,
those kind
no,
of things.
and I
So
know, and
yeah.
as there should be. But with the context I was getting to was that's in the context of just going on to web forums and things.
Mm,
Right. So your IP addresses and shit, like that's all well and good.
mm.
Right. And those sorts of crimes should be protected against. Um but the internet isn't quite yet a parallel world
Mm,
that runs alongside our own.
yeah,
So if we open an AOR field for like just using Atmon as a because it's or
yeah.
if we go into an AOR field and start poaching Digimon, you know, it's a parallel world. Why would Angarda Shiakana have jurisdiction there?
Because you're a citizen of their country.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's so
yeah.
there seems to be this agreement between countries that
Mm.
you treat these as if they were just standard fair
Mm.
net crimes.
Like poaching is illegal in the real world too.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, and like if I went to an African country and
mm.
and poached elephant tusk, or I'm not just examples. Um, you know, even like I don't get to claim diplomatic immunity while I'm
Mm.
over there.
Yeah.
If their authorities catch me,
You can't do it to me. I'm Irish, not African. No.
yeah, sorry, no, into the cell with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
If that was the case, we'd all just be able to go to other countries and commit crimes or whatever we wanted. Like,
yeah. So I do so I know you can sort of look at it on one hand and go, oh well, like in case with going back to the digital world scenario,
mm.
there is an argument for, oh well, that's just law enforcement overreaching. But at the same time, if the governments are trying to keep this parallel world hidden from the general public,
Yeah.
kind of have to.
Yeah.
There has to be this agreement in place that,
especially
okay,
if they're
the Japanese look after Japanese criminals, the Americans look after etc., etc.
yeah. Especially like if these are kids that are starting to get into it now, like if all teenagers are starting to, learn about the digital world.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking on one of my streams about Pokemon, teenagers having Pokemon.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people would be burned to death because of angry teenage boys.
Oh god, yeah, all that testosterone flying around.
Like in the real world, that doesn't work, and it's the same with Digimon.
Yeah, like I mean,
and that's exactly what Senji was talking about.
Yeah,
is that people would use Digimon to do these awful things, and then,
yeah. I mean, like,
and it would be the same with Pokemon.
I mean, we've all been in a situation, and a friend of ours had one happen just this morning. You know, a confrontation with the wrong sort of person.
Yeah.
And all it takes is like, them to be extra tweaked or twitchy, and suddenly, Charizard use Fire Blast, and you're just no, you don't exist anymore.
What's it like?
You have been severely unalived.
Yeah. So that, like, this being policed.
Yeah.
The digital world being policed by humans is.
Yeah.
The human police is working for me right now.
Yeah.
Whatever about real life internet and overreaching that way, or governments trying to control the internet, like none of that. Like it's a fictional world.
Yeah.
And like we don't like if it turned out that the internet had a whole other digital world, then maybe we'd have different thoughts on it. But
well, right, we don't have the realistic we don't have that situation playing out in real time. So as far as this fictional reality goes, it makes sense.
But it's the same even if you're looking at them as tools. And if you go to, I don't know, the dark web and use some kind of tool and then got caught using that for whatever its purpose, its illegal purpose is, you can get done for that. Like,
that's you'd still be locked up. Yeah.
They just happen to be creatures in this one, and they're collecting a lot of them, so they could do a lot of damage.
But anyway, so these kids are they've no voice changers. They're not masking who they are, really.
They are amateurs.
Yeah. The Digimon is a bot, but the crackers who control it are connected to the internet. So so basically they're playing a game. And there's a voice again asking, like, what do we do? And much like the code crackers, they are also controlling Digimon with Dachshund tools. So I get the impression Satsuki isn't actually there. Is she just being hololized into the digital world?
Something like that, yeah, because it says in the next paragraph then you can see all of it.
Let me just scroll here.
Yeah, but you can't directly see it or smell it, which is good for them because they're in Trash City.
Yeah, the tool blocks more than 99% of the sense of smell. Yeah.
But her Digimon loves it because it's a piece.
Because it's a snot monster that throws poop. Anyway, so the view, so we get we get this. It makes it sound very scenic. The view of the rusty coast and the digital world is also observed. It's just going on about like schematics on monitors again. But it's not being seen. It's not being seen directly or smelled.
Yeah, like it reads to me kind of like a blueprint with radar on it.
Yeah, yeah. That yes, yeah. So they're just in like a a control room, and they've got all these monitors up or whatever. So they're seeing everything, but they're not having the sensations of it, which is what Ryu Senji is like. What he's getting Eiji to do is to go and experience it firsthand with and bring back like real tangible sort of information on it. So
but it gets a bit confusing because if she's not actually seeing it and she's not actually there, like they're all kind of digital looking in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like they have a digital form there.
Yeah.
It's because later on it says things that make you feel like she's physically there rather than looking at it on monitors and stuff.
Well, let's see. We know, but we don't understand. Were those the words of some famous scholar? That line just comes out of nowhere. Like, that line doesn't work when you're only referencing 2 pages ago.
Yeah.
But it does kind of. So obviously, like the police, much like the code crackers, they're controlling Digimon with docks and tools. But is this Satsuki being like, we know but we don't understand, and then going, were those the words of some famous scholar?
They seem to be in her head.
Yeah, I think because then it like it outright says
the things that should be like, it's having the same problem as the last chapter where we didn't know whether it was AG speaking or thinking or the narrative talking.
Yeah, because then it just outright says like the only one who knows, and she's the only one here, is the deputy squad leader Satsuki Tamahime. The tools block more than 99% of the sense of smell, and so Satsuki's Digimon love poor environments. The police can't just pick and choose when it comes to criminals. Arrest them all. Wow. Okay. So
Espimon are surrounded.
Then
they don't know though.
No. So like it basically turns into like it becomes a chase scene. So the police start forcibly jamming the voice chat. Or she issues the command to forcibly jam the voice chat, and then the Commandramon squads will take control of the targets from. So they're gonna do a pincer attack on the group of Espimon, who have no clue that this is coming. By the way, they haven't been, because again, I don't think the crackers know that they're.
No, not yet.
No.
They don't know that they're being listened to yet.
No. Because the only thing they can see is the LCD screens of their docks. So they're not they don't know what's going on around them. But Satsuki can see them. So I guess. Well, it's not as they actually with all of her senses. Okay, she is the one who has transcended the yoke.
The yoke, yeah.
So. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like it is sort of like, is she there? Is she not? Like, is she in between the two worlds?
The yoke is kind of like he wants to break the yoke or whatever.
Yeah,
like he wants to, create a way through or whatever. Yeah. And it seems like she's done that somehow.
But at the same time, she's not on the beach with the Numemon or the Commandramon.
Yeah,
she's giving orders from like a command center.
Yeah.
So, is it just that like, like she knows how she knows how crackers act, and maybe she's just been able to sort of lock on to their docks, so she knows where they are.
Yeah, like I don't literally think she can see them as they actually are.
I think it's more of a sense of like, oh, crackers are all the same. But I've located your docks.
Code crackers are all the same. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep, that's my bad. So code crackers are all the same. Like, they all have the same sort of behaviors and things like that. So now that she knows their dock information, or they're basically their dock's IP addresses.
Yeah, because they're just connected to regular internet.
Yeah.
Like she said they're not masking anything.
Yeah. So.
And now
the voice chat has been jammed, and the code crackers are freaking out. How dare you? Oh no, she's saying, how dare you code crackers come here. And then jams the voice chat, and the Espimon are like, oh no, they're here. I love this line though. The Espimon finally noticed their presence as they hear a beautiful voice echoing in the background. So is Satsuki's voice like, just like, does it sound like it's coming through a loudspeaker?
I don't know. It also, like, that next line, Digimon under Satsuki, I know that means
like under her command.
Yeah, but it just reads like
they were like, yeah, they were like, she was like literally just
Yeah,
on
there.
top of them.
Yeah. Like, and if you think about her riding on the Numemon, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
So the Commandramon, we get introduced to the Commandramon, formerly child level cyborg virus types
Looking like dragon men.
or lizard men. Equipped with helmets and body armor with police written on them and wield assault rifles.
How did they get little? Someone designed them digitally for them?
They were just born that way.
They were just born with police written on their back.
Because they're crack team.
Yeah,
I don't know how, like, they might be. Hold on, let me just have a look at, like,
they're just naturally born with police.
and they just normally, yeah. I don't know. Commandramon. Here we are. See, the official art doesn't really say it.
Like,
so, like,
it shows them in uniform, but
so these are probably, like, if we go back to the main art for Seekers. Oh, hold on.
yeah, it says police on their helmet.
It does, yeah. It says so. These ones have been, I guess because they work for the organization directly, their uniforms have been modified.
Yeah, so have they just,
So they're,
like, to Digimon just have to think about it and it'll change, or
could be something like that. Yeah.
or did someone have to
Like go in and physically update their data.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be something like that as well. Or it could just be one of these things we have to accept. In this world, Commandramon are police, so they are the police, so they have police on their uniforms, and in other universes they're not, so they don't. It's just just as it depends on what the story is dictating at that point.
I'm thinking about it too much because I'm like, but what if, how did the Japanese, like, the police ones know that they're, is it written in Japanese on their back? Is it written in English in other places?
Yeah, it's just all police. Maybe, no, maybe, then again, maybe you get some European country and it's policia or something, but I doubt it.
Imagine we'd have guard command.
You mind Commandramon? The Commandramon with a Garda on its helmet. Oh, I kind of need that. I kind of need that edit. Chat, someone do that for me. Just take Commandramon and put the word Garda, Garda, on its helmet.
Look up Irish Garda, and they have a very specific
yeah.
specific look about them.
Yeah, I need that in my life, just for silliness. Yeah, so this describes them as, like, they look like dragon men or lizard men equipped with assault rifles. So they've
they grab the poached eggs.
Yeah. So they can also they can camouflage themselves based on their surroundings, and this allows them to approach the Espimon undetected. Digitama detected, and so they take back the poached Digitama. Then their tools and everything else are also secured. All that remains is to arrest the actual code crackers themselves to finish the job. Nothing more to say after that. And then we get the bit from the trailer. Who's that? The Digipolice! Come on! And the code crackers finally know what's going on. Satsuki gives the current time of the arrest and the charges against the code crackers. The police mean business. We already have your names in schools. I'm gonna tell your parents.
Yeah, when you scroll down, it literally says we're going to tell you.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's interesting though what the charges against them are.
Poaching.
No, all of these.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought you just meant in general. Sorry. Yeah. So even though these code crackers are high school students, they might, because they're only high school students, they might only be taken into custody and not officially arrested. So effectively, a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. It's their first time doing it.
Yeah. Like Satsuki thinks maybe some bad influences urged them to be code crackers for profit, or you know, it happens all the time apparently.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure, and yeah, that's there are other reasons.
Hey kid, want to sell some drugs? Hey
Yeah,
want to steal some eggs?
yeah. You know, here, look, if you sell this thing on for me, I'll give you a cut of the money. And then that's how you get these kids into, oh, you did it for me before, but if you don't do it again, I'm going to hurt you.
Or I'm going to report you.
Or I'm going to, yeah. So coercion is peer pressure and coercion more than likely.
Yeah.
So they
ask. It doesn't even seem to be that way though, at how they're reacting to things. Seems like they've come up with this one.
No, maybe. So the code crackers ask, like, why are we being arrested? We've done nothing wrong, they say. And Sasuke says, violation of the Unauthorized Computer Access Prevention Act, the Basic Network Act, Jesus, that would not come out, and the Digital Vandalism Prevention Act. In other words, you're guilty of poaching Digitama. Which, okay, that makes sense. So, unauthorized access to Digitama, that's the Access Prevention Act. The Basic Network Act is up in the air. Vandalism prevention, that's again the poaching. So
the unauthorized computer access, then, like,
it's unauthorized access to tools
to the digital world.
Well, that too.
Yeah. That's the difference between her being a code cracker and them being a code cracker.
Yeah.
She has authorization.
Oh yeah. What were we saying that about recently? Was it
government and taxes?
That's
It's legal when the government can make money off it.
Yeah, that was part 1 of this, was it?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, see? Everything's cyclical. It all rolls back around eventually. So she speaks bluntly. This is the digital world. And they fight back, like the kids argue back. It's not a nation. Why are the Japanese police getting involved? You know, smart aleck kids basically thinking they're wiser, and the kids will do that. The kids are, you know, oh, I know better. I don't have anything else to learn. Life stopped for me at 16. I know everything there is to know about the world. And she basically, it sounds like she makes her voice deeper for this, just like scare them.
Yeah.
Talking about like freedom of the network, freedom of the digital world. By that you mean
and she just threatens them straight out.
Yeah. Yeah, she just threatens to like knock their teeth out.
Yeah.
So she's a fighty one, and I can appreciate that.
And then here comes Numemon to terrify everybody.
Squeak! Love it. It's such a dumb sound effect.
You know what? The red lights of the patrol lights.
Yeah.
Of the patrol light rotates, I think that's meant to say. But now that you pointed it out in the trailer that he has one on his head.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that the first time I read it, but he actually has a police light on his head.
Yeah. But just imagine this like her Numemon is quite large, as we've seen in the in the trailer.
He's
right?
not a little thing like around Mimi's ankles. Like,
yeah,
he is a monster.
It's a monster of a Numemon, right?
I'm having nightmares about that thing.
So this thing is rising out of the water, right? It's got a police light bolted into its head, and it's just going squeak. That's terrifying.
I think that noise is meant to be like.
Well, I think it's meant to be the siren.
Yeah, like. I don't know. I can't even make a siren noise.
No.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be that. Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I think it's meant to be more that, but it just reads as the Numemon having a great time going.
Like the fucking Dragon Zord coming out of the water. You know, instead of the robot Godzilla noise they get, or the Mecha Godzilla noise they gave it, imagine the Dragon Zord just being like scream, missile. Anyway, So the sight of the Digimon, their horrible moaning and their slimy power make the Codecracker Espimon tremble. Satsuki's Digimon.
Her voice is coming out of the new Numemon.
Oh yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
So this is what
and
we're
then
talking about.
this,
Then,
yeah,
them
and then
being
it's
Japanese citizens.
yeah, because they're Japanese citizens involved in illegal activities. You're in trouble with the Japanese police, and you're going to have your guardians called.
Yeah.
So then the Espimon activate their Divanish and disappear. The Commandramon lose sight of the Espimon as they run away. And even Sasuke's like, optical camouflage? You're nuts! So the Commandramon just all open fire. One of the Espimon gets hit.
So that gets rid of the cloak, does it?
Yeah.
When he gets shot, yeah.
So the Espimon
So they're just murdering all these Espimon.
Well, stops the data from leaving.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
I don't agree with it, but yeah, no,
I mean, I know they don't die, but
no, I
we've already talked about that. But I'm just like, they're just gunning them down.
They're just gunning them down on police orders. Like, so the Espimon clad in camouflage and outmatched by the Commandramon manages to slip past the police encirclement. This has nothing to do with the Codecracker's operation, but it's the Digimon's AI self-defense function. So yeah, so those are the remaining Espimon who. Oh wait, yeah. So they're sorry, one of them hasn't been hit yet. So we're getting ahead of ourselves because we've already read ahead.
Yeah, but we don't need to read too much of it.
No, I'm trying not to, but it's a lot. This chapter is also very descriptive.
It is.
So I'm trying to add context without just reading the the.
You're failing.
I can only describe it as it's described in the chapter.
I know, but you can just we don't need to read this whole paragraph.
I'm trying not to. You keep interrupting me. Anyway, so they get away because they try and get away anyway. All right. Mechanorimon then turns up. On Satsuki's order. And then it's this one. It's like inside is a dedicated Commandramon who was in charge of piloting the vehicle. So these are just basically being used as tanks, which is great. And then
it does say
I don't. Is that the?
It's meant to be like the noise, like
oh, it's robot. Oh, it's
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That line though, Digimon are officially classified as police equipment. Does that mean all of them, or these in particular?
I guess all of them, and that's why Codecracker ones are bots.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know, when you're playing a video game, and instead of playing with people, you play with bots. They're not yours, or they're not. You don't have an association to them. They're outside of your purview, so they're just bots. I guess that's the agreement that nations have. Like Digimon are police AI tools,
and for science.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know if this is just a case of the machine being weird, but it is something to think of that like the nations have just decided, yeah, Digimon belong to the police, and if you're not part of the police, you don't get to have one. Which is more interesting
that they belong. I think the governments have claimed them rather than the police themselves, because otherwise, recently you wouldn't be able to have a collection of them.
Yeah, this is true. But it reminds me of Digimon Savers. Okay. Because like that has a whole thing, that show is based around Digimon Police, the Digital Accident Tactics Squad. And if you're a member of DATS, you have a partner Digimon that helps you solve crimes and blah blah blah. Masaru, his Agumon, is one of their escaped captives.
Okay.
And they have a big punchy, and then they make friends,
Mm.
and the police are like, yeah, either you become a member of our division or we kill it.
Okay.
We'll turn it back into an egg and send it back to the digital world.
Mm.
Our gate is just in the room back there. Well, those lines are ad-libbed on my part, but
Yeah.
not a lie.
Mm.
They do have just like a gate, like in a fucking like office
Yeah.
that they use later. But it kind of reminds me of that as well.
Yeah.
You know, you're either with us or we'll make sure you're against us,
Mm.
kind of thing.
But it really depends on what this half illegal part really means.
Yeah.
Because they're out collecting Digitama. AG's collecting like whatever he's told to collect.
Yeah.
Is he stealing police equipment in that regard then?
Yeah, like does
So
he
then it should be fully illegal, no?
Yeah, like like when the inevitable clashes with the Digi Police happen,
Mm-hmm.
like what's to stop him going, "Oh yeah, I'm just doing work for you, Senji." And
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah. So
Yeah, I guess we'll see the particulars of that play out as the chapters
yeah,
go on.
and like Ryusenji said to Hatsune that the higher ups already approved it or whatever.
Yeah.
So surely
Like are they
police shouldn't be going after him if it's been approved by whoever is in charge of all this.
Yeah, like by
But
higher ups, did he mean the higher ups of the company or did he mean like government level higher ups?
he said the board, I think.
Oh, well,
But
yeah.
it depends really.
But anyway, so yeah, so the Mechanorimon are vehicles anyway. And Twinkle
Twinkle
Beam.
beam. After all this, they're big, tough, like
Yeah.
yeah, Twinkle beam.
So the Twinkle Beam grazes one of the Espimon and the camouflage goes away and it falls onto the beach. And then Satsuki's like, "You won't get away!" And the Commandramon and the Mechanorimon, they're all still firing.
Mm.
And then we hear Petite Impulse. And basically a bolt of lightning just torches the rest of the Espimon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, lightning just appears and murders the rest of the Espimon.
Yeah, they become wreckage, as the sentence says there.
Yeah. The blackened Espimon crash and become wreckage. Like, that's wild. And then another lightning bolt like strikes the three remaining Espimon simultaneously.
Mm.
I
like that it says Espimons.
Yeah, I do and I don't. Like this franchise goes back and forth on whether Digimon it's that whether the word
Whether their dogs or sheep.
Yes. Yes. Yes, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say whether Digimon itself is the plural or not. Like Pokemon, because you don't say Pokemons.
Mm.
But yes, dogs or sheep. That is the yeah. Yes. Oh, that makes my little brain happy at this hour. God. But anyway, so it's
So something new has shown up and blown the crap out of everything.
yeah, Espimon. Oh, sorry, not Espimon. Sorry.
Another Espimon. No.
Sorry, I misread because I was like Satsuki's reaction to the event, and I just read the the Espimon as that's Pulsemon. Sorry, my brain just went brr. Anyway, so spoilers. Pulsemon is here,
Yeah.
and I have to take umbrage with something here. Right, as much as I really love this image of him just standing on the Espimon's head. It's a bit more cathartic, especially because we've finished up Ghost Game and sort of gone, what was the point of Espimon in that show?
Yeah.
So
well, to be fair, he was lying down like that constantly. So
fair. So like I really love this image we've been given of Pulsemon just standing on the Espimon. I didn't even show the other image of the Commandramon. I'll go back and get that in a few minutes, but let me just pop it up here for anyone on the visual element of this today. So just because this is such a good image. Now I've used it for the thumbnail, because it was the better of the two images. But look at that. That is just cool.
Espimon's just face down in the dirt, but I think he's dead, so.
Oh yeah. He's super dead. Like, has to be super dead. But yeah, no, I really do love this. It's got so much character and personality to it. And I do like seeing Pulsemon more. I mean, this is a show or a series that uses the Vital Bracelet, and Pulsemon is the poster boy for the Vital Bracelet, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But between like the original Vital Bracelet, the Digimon Dreamers manga, and now this, it's nice to see him get around.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see if he evolves them.
Oh, that'd be so fun. Because
he won't just be little tiny little ornaments on our Christmas tree anymore.
No. Or in Dreamers where they do some weird stuff with Pulsemon, where like it'll be Pulsemon's body but Bulkmon's head.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Or like one of his arms will just change and it'll be Bulkmon's arm rather than, So I think they'll go a bit more serious in that regard with this. So when he does evolve, it'll be, oh no. But yeah, no, this image is great. I love the personality behind it. He looks more like a little Sonic here.
Yeah, he does.
He already looked like a Sonic or a yellow Vmon, but now in this image, he really looks like a Sonic.
He does, and his feet look like he's wearing shoes.
It does, yeah. His little runners with claws. Or talons? No.
Side.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, fun image is fun anyway. So I have to sort of take umbrage with this here. So on top of a deactivated Espimon, it looks like the legendary Beast Spirit of Thunder. That is a Digimon Frontier thing. We will get there eventually after Cross Wars and Tamers. But the Beast Spirit of Thunder is a program, I guess, created from one of the 10 legendary Digimon.
Right.
And it allows the character of Junpei to become Bolgmon or Metal Kabuterimon in the dub. I'm gonna mansplain at Meg here because we kind of need context for this.
Yeah, like the people who are writing this, they've shown that they have knowledge of other things. Like we've gotten Atmon stuff that's clearly Atmon stuff.
So this is a Bolgmon.
Yeah.
Right. So you can see like Kabutarimon's attack in the dub of Adventure was Electro Shocker. This is an electric Hercules Beetle. So Metal Kabuterimon was the name they went for.
Right.
But this is the Digimon born from the beast that he's descended from
If you Google Beast Warrior of Thunder outside of Digimon, is it anything else?
No, it's still him. Oh, Beast Spirit of Thunder even. Because his title is the Beast Warrior of Thunder, but he's born of the Beast Spirit of Thunder.
Yeah.
So like that's what the spirit looks like.
That's just him but folded.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing to throw in there.
So I look forward to sort of Onke-kun's translation, because I don't think Pulsemon does not look like this.
No, but what I was gonna say there, it goes on from technically from further on, because we know who's controlling it. Or who's running it. Does he call it the Beast Spirit of Thunder? And this is her first time meeting it. That's why it's legendary, because he's a legendary hacker. Would it be like that?
So,
He's given Pulsemon that nickname?
maybe. I guess we'll find out in later chapters, but I feel like this is the machine acting up. You know, or it's trying to say like only the legendary beast spirit of thunder could have done this damage. So it's power like the legendary beast spirit or something. I don't know. I feel like this is the machine playing up.
It's very specific for it to be.
Yeah, because the capitalization is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very But anyway, it's acknowledged as Pulsemon, and basically, Pulsemon's whole thing here is gotta go fast.
Yep.
He does zigzags. He attacks with electric lightning, and the Commandramon think it's all like a new code cracker.
But Satsuki knows who it is.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm the one who uses Pulsemon. Is that so? Does she hear a voice? Does something come through the comms? But anyway, so it goes like Satsuki knows the name all too well, as you said. And then the hacker Judge Zap. So then Pulsemon looks at Numemon and
right. So the two of them are talking through their Digimon right now.
Yeah.
So that next line, I feel like should be like a smile and a wink, or he
blew her a kiss.
Blew her a kiss because she can see that. Because otherwise, Pokemon has just kissed Numemon.
Yeah. This is where the machine gets a bit weird, but
as I can see, Pokemon.
I can see him being cheeky and being like, "You have a soft spot for Digimon, so I'll see you again." Mwah. Trying to be like all suave and cool.
Yeah, or making that wink noise that you make at the end of streams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, otherwise it reads that Pulsemon just kissed a Numemon. I don't like that.
That's kind of gross. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whatever you're into Pulsemon, but you know.
Or judge.
I'm not one to judge.
I will judge you if you kiss Numemon.
And then it just disappears back into the sea of networks, and Satsuki is pretty pissed off.
Yeah, because he is not an amateur, and he's masking everything apparently.
The Commandramon are looking for instructions, but Satsuki's like just shaking with the anger of being ridiculed. So yeah, they just decide to leave the rest to the real world authorities. And I don't like who's saying that Pulsemon is. Is that the Commandramon again?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like, yeah, we've got the Espimon under control. Leave the rest to the real world authorities. The Commandramon are like questioning the Pulsemon, and Satsuki's just like, leave that hacker alone. He's not going to catch up with us. So Leon, as we know him, well, we haven't been introduced yet. So he's not a member of the core. He's
another code cracker.
Yeah.
Weird that they refer to him as a hacker rather than a code cracker. So maybe he is different.
Yeah.
But he's still using a Digimon. So.
So the hacker linked to Pulsemon is the same kind of hacker as Satsuki, one who has broken the yoke.
So that
I really think that's supposed to say like transcended the boundaries or something.
Something like that. Well, that's what breaking the yoke means.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know.
In this context.
You can move freely.
Yeah.
So they can move freely between the two of them.
Yeah.
But need that explained a bit further. So.
Yeah. We'll take a look at Onke-kun's translation. Because
as I said, I'm waiting until the end of the whole chapter to go back and read that.
Yeah.
Because then, well, all of it'll be out by then.
So. Yeah. So the Commandramon are like, yeah, okay, cool. Then there's something about a K line.
Going over the K line, if you exceed the time limit,
you'll be in trouble with the squad leader and penalized with a pay cut or gumshoe.
So it's, yeah, I don't understand why. Because nobody's saying that.
No. And Sasuke is just even more annoyed. But then we learn that like the Digitama that like all this was happening over are gone. They've been stolen.
Yeah.
Like a bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
And then it just ends off with Pulsemon, hacker judge, give us back our evidence.
So I can see her sitting in whatever chair she's in going,
yeah,
like having a tantrum.
Also, does that mean he just bailed those kids out of trouble? Because you can't say they were poaching if you've no evidence of the poaching.
And they still have the voice chats and all the talking with the police, so they still get their slap on the wrist.
I guess.
But there's no Digitama.
No.
They can use the visual AI from the Commandramon, AI data from the Commandramon, then they'll have seen them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose you do still have like that.
He came in.
You have that audio, that AV.
Yeah.
Proof,
Whatever way that works. Because we know that they've used data from.
Oh yeah,
Digimon
like with the helicopter thing, and with the plane crash thing, and everything else. Yeah,
no,
to
that was
recreate.
real. You keep forgetting that.
No, but I mean, you recreate it using.
But that's not what they did with that.
Oh.
That was somebody's smartphone footage.
Was it?
Yeah. The guy filming it, and he was filming his wife on a plane or whatever, and then, as the Google translation said, the girl wrapped in a blanket of shit. I posted that one on Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was smartphone footage from the real world of Digimon being used to hack a plane.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was the digital world from data that they've gotten from Digimon.
Yeah, fair.
Not actual like aerial pictures of all these worlds. They're
No, I get you. Yeah.
So that's what I'm like. Maybe that could be used as evidence then, if the Numemon all have, or the Mechanor.
If they're coppers, do they wear body cams?
They are body cams.
They are body cams in this case.
So are Numemon's eyes apparently.
Oh god.
He's a periscope.
He's a periscope, yeah.
So all this time, right? Like when you visualize it, right? There's the Espimon on the beach, and there's the pile of eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
In the trash. And then there's all the Commandramon doing the army shuffling along on the ground, and then just a Numemon eye just sticking up out of the water.
it's a
not even two eyes, one eye.
No, yeah. It's a pretty bizarre visual when you put it like that.
Yeah, isn't it?
And then it's only
up onto the beach.
And then it's even more compounded when he just rises out of the water. Squeeze! Overall, I really like this one.
Yeah, I do. I like Satsuki.
Yeah. I feel like she's gonna be just a fun character to follow.
Yeah.
Because she's obviously gonna be like the foil to how serious what's her name again? Yulin, yeah. She's gonna be the hyperactive sort of young go-getter foil to Yulin's. You can already tell looking at the character, it's gonna like dedicated to the job, probably doesn't have a great sense of humor.
She's in the trailer as well, isn't she? Sitting in the office going, you'll lose your mind if you stay in there too long. So maybe that's something to do with the K line, whatever that is. I feel like we'll learn about that in the next chapter.
Yeah, because they do sort of say as well, like, if you exceed the time limit, you'll be in trouble with the squad leader. So it might be a thing where
next chapter she goes to talk to her about it.
It's gonna be like, sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you. I was trying to. I was thinking. I was
trying to pull the information out of your brain.
Yeah,
I do that too.
It's a somnium.
It is.
Yeah, it's a somnium.
That's what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I like this is
a pay cut.
Well, I mean, you gotta.
Sorry, these hackers didn't stick to my timeline.
Yeah. Um. I mean, you gotta teach them somehow, I guess, and what's
But
what's
then
more
again,
what's more incentive than
yeah.
monetary compensation, or no, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Oh, penalizing it.
No,
Yeah.
no, monetary incentive. That's the one.
But
Um,
I mean, I know police like do things like they'll time how long it takes things to be wrapped up in. Like if a standoff between the police and someone goes on for too long, then it's kind of seen as a failure on the police's side.
yeah.
Depending on circumstance,
Well,
obviously.
yeah. Well,
But
that's
yeah.
it. Like, I would like to think that this is all like that idea would be, well, um, well, there's probably two trains of thought on it. Either you're you're close to the time limit, so get out and try and solve this another way.
Yeah.
Or look, mitigating circumstances, we understand why you went over.
From what the trailer said, she said something about losing your mind or leaving your consciousness in there or something.
Yeah, and then says I won't lose any more men. So this has happened before.
Yeah, so maybe when they were learning about it, and like, you're right, it's very like the Somnium Files, and their
whole thing of like you've 3 minutes to solve this puzzle.
Yeah, or else
yeah,
you can get
mind swapped, and
yeah,
your consciousness will melt into the other person's, and
yeah,
your physical body will just be a vegetable.
Yeah, so it could be something along those lines. I guess we'll have to wait and find out because she says it in the trailer, so it's going to be in one of these chapters.
Sorry. 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, 6 minutes. Sorry, not 3. Because I can
just an example.
because I can hear Pewter in my head going, "You've 3 minutes left." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's not the starting.
Yeah.
No, I think you start at 6. Yeah. So overall, yeah, no, I really do. I really like this part. I wonder if we're going to be seeing things from Hacker Judge's perspective tomorrow.
I feel like we're gonna stick with Satsuki. She's gonna get called in to Yulin's office because they lost the Digitama and she is close to the time limit or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why this talk in the trailer happens. I feel like she's been called into her office because she's...
Oh, I might have missed that in the trailer then. So Yulin's talking to Satsuki in that part?
I don't know. She's sitting behind a desk.
Yeah, my protagonist brain just figured she was talking to Eiji. Like,
you see, she's not talking to anyone from what we can see. But I feel like after reading this now, and you'll be in trouble with the squad leader. She is the squad leader, and she's giving out to someone in that scene. So I feel like that will be next, and we'll get an explanation of what this time limit is and what a K line is, and
See, I just presumed she was talking to Eiji because then it also then cuts to him hitting the link thing on the touchscreen. Why aren't you a touchscreen? Shaking my vital bracelet here.
It's not a Fitbit yet.
No. Hold on, let me just slap it onto my wrist like it's one of those...
A snap bracelet.
A snap
bracelet.
A slap bracelet, yeah.
I miss those. They still make them, but they don't slap the same way.
No, of course they don't.
They're really gentle, so they don't hurt children. And I'm like, that's not the same.
No, yeah, that wasn't the point.
Which might explain a couple things in our generation. But we used to like getting slapped with a bracelet.
Yeah.
It was fun to cause random pain to yourself for fashion.
Or your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snowflakes. Joking, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm joking,
No, I know, but sometimes you have to
we weren't all into it, like.
Yeah, no, sometimes tone of voice doesn't say it enough, and you have to clarify extra.
Yeah. We are on the internet.
Yeah. And everything is serious on the internet. There are no jokes. Oh boy. But where were we? Yeah, so Seekers. Yeah, I want to see more of Satsuki. I think you're probably right. If if we don't immediately jump to AG meeting Lugamon, or we're probably going to at least start off the next part of the chapter introducing Yulin and have that talk with Satsuki about the K line, and we'll learn more about that.
Yeah.
And then we might jump. Maybe we'll jump back to AG and he'll meet up with Lugamon. And I'd say maybe by Saturday or Sunday, Lugamon will have evolved.
It seems that way because that trailer is specifically for chapter 1.
Yeah.
So everything that's in that surely has to happen.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of it has. It looks a lot different than what it reads, but
oh yeah, I mean, and that's like we were commenting, like Ryu Senji is just like, here, I will give this to you, and gently handing the Digimon linker to AG, where in the novel he just slaps it onto him.
Yeah.
Or even like
which I've also imagined that AG is still sitting on the floor after falling into the bin.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like got his thing.
Because he's dived up.
He dived after
he
picked himself
up yet.
Yeah, and he's kind of sitting on the floor, and I feel like he just comes over, then he grabs his wrist and goes, there you go.
So AG's on the floor looking up at him going, what the hell, man? And Ryu's just like, give me your arm. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't like weird in he thinks he's going to be injected way like I thought. Maybe it's because he thinks he's going to like help him stand up or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Looking at the old man going, are you going to be able to do this?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously we don't expect the trailers to be 1-to-1. They're only meant to be like a preview of what to expect. So nobody think I'm griping about things not being the same. But also in the trailer, it looks more like AG goes into Ryu Senji's office rather than being summoned to the hall of the building.
Yeah,
because Ryu Senji's looking out the window.
Yeah, and he just comes in and goes, hi, Professor.
Yeah, and he turns around like, it's you.
There was no receptionist in that trailer.
No.
Sadly.
Cast Hatsune, you cowards.
Mm-hmm. Who's cool?
I wonder if we'll get official art of Hatsune.
I wonder. Yeah. Like if she does turn out to be a recurring character. If not, then I guess not. But...
No. I know we just got Survive, but there's a part of me that also wants this in the visual novel format as well.
I want this to be more visual in general. Now, it might help when I read the good translation.
Yeah.
Might help me visualize it a bit better. Because some of it gets a bit clunky.
Yeah.
But that breaks your immersion as well, which...
Immersion.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, I'll just before we...
Who's this Espimon just stealing an egg?
Yeah, but as I say, before we finish up, I'll just throw the other image up for the visual enjoyers. Oh, there it is.
Visual enjoyer. Yeah.
Well, because I have this on an actual podcast feed now on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how that works. Like, can you just put the show into audio mode as if you were listening on like Spotify or Spreaker or something, or Stitcher?
We could put these up on Spotify.
We could, but then I'd have to download 200 episodes. Well, the minis no, but for the other show,
we could start fresh with Tamers.
Yeah, I don't want to Marvel and DC it though, and like reboot, go back to issue 1. But yeah, like Espimon with the egg is kind of adorable.
Yeah, Espimon's just staring at this egg, and there's two Commandramon just like
and the because of the Commandramon's palette, they look censored. Particularly the one on the right here. It looks like his nose has been censored.
Yeah, because they have that weird... It's camouflage, but it's digital, so it's all square. So they don't really blend into anything. No. Especially not if they're on a beach full of red iron.
No. well. Well, oh well. So, yeah, it's still, I guess. Yeah, I guess when we get to the end of like this chapter, maybe we'll do a proper sort of rating and ranking.
Yeah.
A favorite character thing.
Favorite character out of the whole chapter, because we're only technically getting like 1 or 2 people per chapter anyway.
Yeah, we're about what, maybe 15 pages in.
Yeah, like so far we've gotten what? AG,
Hatsune, Ryusenji, Satsuki,
and Leon technically.
Pulsemon, I would say more than Leon.
Yeah, but I mean people.
Okay, yeah, Leon by technicality, I guess.
Yeah, so that's 4 people, 5 people.
Yeah, AG, Hatsune, Ryusenji, Satsuki, Leon, 5 people.
5 people so far.
Yeah.
And then a few Digimon there.
Yeah.
Digimon, aside from Pulsemon, they haven't really had much of a personality yet.
No, even the Espimon were just kind of. They could have been any Digimon.
Yeah,
I feel like it was just Espimon because
he's still with the Tyrannomon. I know they had different like you could see they had different personalities in the picture.
Yeah.
But they didn't speak. They didn't do anything.
No, they weren't characters. They were, well, tools.
Yeah, they were tools, exactly. Yeah. And the same with the Commandramon. The fact is, because there's like the Commandramon, the Tyrannomon, the Espimon. I've done inverse of what you did earlier. But you know, it's not just like Espimon did this and he was funny.
Yeah.
It's the Espimon did this and died.
R.I.P. Espimon. R.I.P.
But it's just like we're watching this play out and they're not.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, they're just not making an impression because
which makes me all the more curious.
They're just little pawns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Which makes me all the more curious to meet Lugomon, and I wish they just get to the point on that because I want to get a sense of Lugomon's personality.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Nice.
That is a sign that it's time to go. We've been recording for an hour and a half again.
Yeah, about that. Look, there was a lot to cover. I mean, this is a big portion. Definitely has. It's probably about as long as yesterday's.
Yeah, no, we're really gonna have to put back on the reading of it.
We'll see.
When it's a full chapter.
Stop breaking kayfabe for 5 minutes, please.
I'm not. No, I just mean in general.
If you want to talk behind the scenes stuff, make it members content and do it on your own time.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Anyway.
But no, I'm just saying going forward we will have to skip over parts.
We'll see. We'll see. Anyway. So I think that's it. Anyway, there's overall very good. Satsuki looks to be a fun character. Pulsemon had a pretty badass moment. Not sure I like him being referred to as the Beast Spirit of Thunder. I kind of hope that's a mistranslation or a machine error.
I don't think it is. It's definitely not an error, whether it's a mistranslation or not. I don't know, but I don't think it's a machine error. It was capitalized like it should be.
I guess we'll see.
So I'm thinking it might be a nickname as opposed to the actual one.
Maybe, yeah. Like what electric gods or thunder gods are out there that it could be analogous to.
Is there any in the Monkey King series? Is it the Beast? They're all usually animals. Any of them have thunder?
Which series?
Monkey King?
Monkey King?
And Wukong?
Oh yeah. No, I know what you meant, yeah.
Them the Beast?
Not off the top of my head, no. That's because that's just Journey to the West, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all of it,
yeah. Oh well. I'm sure it'll make sense later.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we'll finish up here and we'll be back tomorrow with not the final one of the week anyway. But part 6, yeah. Very fun. And then we'll kind of see where we go from there, because
if it does actually come out on the weekend or not.
Yeah. Well, we know. Well, hold on. I mean,
like it did say from the third till the 10th.
Yeah, I have it on Discord. Hold on.
So I'm just wondering, will it actually come out on the weekends, and then, or will chapter 2 just come out on Monday, and that's what I meant.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, didn't you? No. Weird.
Maybe we'll just save this.
Yeah. Like, I know it is on the Discord. I just don't remember which.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
Server it's on, because there's so much going on in all of the.
Yeah, like you could have just pasted it into one, and like we didn't have a Seekers one at the time. So
Yeah.
Well, we'll look it up and we'll talk about it tomorrow, I guess.
Sure. I know. Bushy, I know. Up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll dig it up. I think they said like the first 8 are going to be daily, so that would be Sunday through Monday, and then it'll go weekly. So I think the 10th is the last one of chapter 1, and then chapter 2 will start on the 17th. But I'll make sure we have that confirmed for tomorrow's recording. Yeah, I just don't have if it's not where I immediately thought it was, I do not have the patience. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, I know that. Oh, I know you don't. I'll never hear the end of it. So let's end things here before Meg has an aneurysm. And,
I'm not the one about to have an aneurysm.
All right. So much love to you all. Hope you had fun. Let us know what you thought of this. Who is your favorite Digimon in this part? Let's change it up a bit. Who is your favorite Digimon in 1-4? And
I'll judge you if you say Numemon.
It'll be funny.
Oh, gross.
Anyway, see you all.
Bye.
Bye. Was that a wink or a kiss? Yeah, no, that idea makes even me sick.